him. He doesn't even know what...
Link, you have a prepaid call from...
3810 on the 1st.
An inmate at the Salinas Valley State Prison, Soledad, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lazor. How you doing, sir?
Hi, Rudy. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm all right. I got to catch myself asking you how you're doing. I mean, you spent 35 years in prison, so I can't imagine it's all that good, but we're looking forward to you getting out of there.
Wait a minute. You talked a little bit too fast. What? You said something about what, 35 years in prison, what?
I said that every time you call, I said, how you doing? And it's like, it's kind of an absurd question to ask an innocent man that spent 35 years in prison.
Well, that's good insight.
Yeah.
I try my best to fake my way through that. I tend to, I try to look at the blessings of what's there. I wake up every morning without my legs missing or my arms missing, or without being in a I can't remember the name of the thing, iron lung, or in a wheelchair, permanent. I've been in a wheelchair a number of times in prison, but not for more than a few months at a time. So I count my blessings. I have a remarkable opportunity that just arose tonight. I was it's a graduation night for one of the, they have these different they call them self-help groups for those who are trying real hard to parole, especially. Well, I mean, I've always done this stuff all my life, even on the street. But now it's the big thing, the big bandwagon all the inmates have jumped on, and they've started to actually move toward this sort of rehabilitation mentality in California prisons over the last couple of years. It's a slow process, but it's for real to some degree. And I've been in this one group for almost a year and a half. Today was the graduation day. It was our last day. And to my amazement, there was a woman there in the group, and it turned out to be the new chief deputy warden here, who's going to be the warden in about 3 weeks. This lady is so cool. Her name is Tammy, Tammy Foss, F-O-S-S. She observed the whole group for about an hour and a half or two. She really had...
Lazor, you broke up. I can't hear anything you're saying. Free?
Global Tel Link, you have a prepaid call from...
Free again, 820.
An inmate at the Salinas Valley State Prison, Soledad, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello, Rudy.
Hey, I don't know why they cut us off, or if it's just an accident or what.
The phones have been going through breakdowns here for the last couple of days, so all evening there's been problems with them. But I don't know, at what point did it hang up? Because here I'm talking away thinking you're on the other end, and then all of a sudden I stop and end, and I go, hello, and you're not there.
Yeah,
so I don't know how much you missed about what I was saying.
You said there was some good news. You had just graduated, and the warden was a part of the class, and you had just were about to mention her name. It almost like it didn't like you mentioning her name, but I don't know if that was a coincidence.
Okay, well, you mentioned, no, it wasn't. It's not anything to doing here. It's something in the phones that are messed up.
Okay.
Her name is Tammy Foss, Tammy-Foss. You missed about 80% of what I feel for a while.
Okay.
So I'll check in with you every half a minute or minute or so here, and I'll try to say again what I was saying. Her heart is really into rehabilitation of prisoners. She doesn't think that prisoners are throwaway trash. She thinks that they're worthy people and that they're potentially good human beings and good human beings. She's really a remarkable person in that. She just came from San Quentin recently, and San Quentin, are you still there?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, I'm going to ask that every now and then, just like that.
You bet.
At San Quentin, the very famous San Quentin, or infamous San Quentin prison, which used to be a very violent and crazy place. I was there several times in the 80s. Has been for the last 8 or 10 years, or at least 6 years, the most remarkable, picture-perfect example of everything good about a prison that can be done in a prison. That's pretty amazing to say for the old San Quentin, but it's people like her that made it what it's been for the last few years. And that is a place where they have all these rehabilitative programs, and they believe in what is called restorative justice, where they are talking about, you know, we're decent people. Even the guilty people are decent people. They made bad mistakes and bad choices in their lives, and they're trying to rehabilitate them because they know most of them are going home, and they're trying to send more of them home that otherwise wouldn't. They're tearing down. They're tearing down sentences like life without parole and that sort of thing. There's been a whole lot of California legislation in the last half a year and a half doing that. So anyway, she's all in favor of all that type of stuff. She was a remarkable woman. We got to talk a bit. She talked in the group about how she felt about all of us. She said she was very honored to be in our presence and that sort of thing. I mean, that's amazing to hear that from a prison warden.
Wow. Yeah.
So you're still there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And she means it. She's coming from her heart, you can tell. And she really cares about us. And she cares about society and about making people right in here before they go out back into society. So anyway, I talked to her afterward. I pulled her aside, just had a couple minutes real quick, and asked her, I said, I respect your time greatly. You know, your high-level position and such. I'm sure you're very busy, but I said, is it just out of the question for me to ask you, is there any way I could ever get 15 minutes or so time with you? And she goes, of course, anytime.
Wow.
She said, all you got to do is write me. I will come to your cell and pull you out and we'll talk.
Wow.
almost, my jaw dropped open, I almost fell off my feet. And she really means it. She's very sincere. She's going to be our warden in about 3 weeks. The current warden, Hatton, is retiring. So, with all that in mind, my point here is that I want everybody out there hearing this call, and I'm sure you're going to put it out there on YouTube or whatever, I want them to get her name, Tammy Foss. I want them to write to her, but don't focus on, you know, the negative stuff about how bad the cops have been to me and that sort of stuff. I mean, we can generally say, you know, that's why I've been here all these years is because of, you know, that sort of thing. But I don't want to focus on that, and I don't want to make anybody look bad, particularly at this prison where she is now. So I want to mostly focus on me, who I am, what I've been, and that they've never recognized who I am. They've made this profile of me that's totally different. And we can say, yeah, it's been retaliatory, whatnot. I don't want to go into a bunch of details complaining about those abuses. I want everybody to focus on...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You still there, right?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, I want them to focus with her on, and you guys, you know, you and Aaron, whoever else can write, focus on getting her to look into who I really am. And one of the, you know, some of the best ways to do that is for people out there, you guys, to send her things. Not too much overload at one time, but a little bit here and there. Like, for example, on my Facebook is that thing that Gail wrote, that 2-page, I think it's called Who Is This Man or something like that, where it talks about what the things I achieved on the street and, you know, a lot of other stuff and what kind of person I am, what kind of character I am. People can refer her to my website where there's over 400 or maybe now over 500 character letters about me that, you know, tell who I am consistently and who I've been all my life. And I really want to get her, I want my name in her mind and her heart. I want my, you know, my case and my situation to come up in front of her big time in her, you know, in her radar, and her to start paying attention to who I am. She has no power to release me from prison, sort of. She has all kinds of power to influence and even recommend that the parole board relook at me, bring me back to the board or whatever. And this is the value in this little project that I've just put out, this little campaign I'm trying to do with her, is the warden has a lot of power to influence parole board or even the governor, for that matter, to you know, really look at my case for the first time ever, and with the idea about, you know, the fact that it's been a great injustice that I've been in here and that I'm still in here. So it's a great opportunity. I've never had an opportunity like this. I've tried to talk to wardens for 35 years and rarely have I ever, even for a few minutes walking on the yard, which I rarely do, or one time ex-warden that I was able to talk to for about 10 or 15 minutes. So, and he acknowledged all the crazy abuses and the terrible things that CDC employees do. You know, all the crimes and stuff they commit. One time I talked to him. I don't want to go there with this woman, with Tammy Foss, but you get the idea of what I'm after.
Yeah, you bet, Free. And
all right.
Now, what address? How do we write to her?
Hold on a second. What's that?
How do we write to her?
What was that, Rudy?
How do we write to her?
Huh?
How do we write to her?
Well, this prison, the street address, which I don't have it. I think you've got it. Anyway, you can look it up really easy. Write her at the street address here by name. Chief Deputy Warden for right now, but if it's after about 3 weeks from now, I'll let you know when she takes the official position as Warden, then it'll be Warden Tammy Foss. Right now it's Chief Deputy Warden. And really the Chief Deputy Warden is like the Vice President of the United States. They do all the real grunt work and footwork. So she's the one that's got her hands on everything even right now. The Warden's more a figurehead. So, I just got back on, No, I didn't get the other call. He was cut off after like 1 or 2 minutes. All right. Let me give me a couple minutes. I'll wind this up. All right. I was going to get into don't go too far. Don't go too far, Wyatt. I was going to get into the 3552. Remember we talked yesterday about doing some backup recordings in case I can't get on the air.
Yes. When
that time comes. And I was going to go into the 3552 for the rest of this conversation, and I won't be able to now because the phones have been down. All these guys are pressing, trying to get a little bit of phone time, and we don't have much time left. So I'll go ahead and go to give them the courtesy of getting on, and I'll call you again soon. I'll go into the 3552. That's what I'm going to start with the remarkable injustices of my case, and we'll do probably a whole 15-minute or almost 15-minute backup thing on that, in case we don't get things set up the way we want to on this Monday coming up.
What about the statement you made to that lady before that was, I forget her name, but she was had held some position in California, and you made an open public statement to her about her hypocrisy?
Oh, that was Kamala Harris.
Yes.
She's now a senator. She's now one of the 2 California senators. That's a U.S. senator from California. Yeah. What about that?
Well, I might play that during our 2-hour show this coming Monday.
Oh yeah, sure.
And also, I'm thinking about asking Ken Massat to join us, and he can give his perspective. He said he's been supporting you for over 20 years, and it might be good to have him.
That's right. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be fantastic. Okay, let me give up the phone now for these guys, and I'll be in touch soon. I'm gonna try to see if I can get on with you tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, sounds good, Free. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Blessings to both of you. All right,
okay. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.